What's going on, Toy Fam? Project Piper Customs here, and we are back with another review. And today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most highly anticipated figures of the year. It is the Medicom MAFEX, the Amazing Spider-Man comic book action figure.
My spider senses are starting to tingle.
Oh, mine too, mate. Mine too. Let's go. Welcome back, Toy Fam. Now let's check out this box. Right, so first thing out the gate, I absolutely love the way it's in the style of a comic book front cover. Obviously we've got 6-inch 75 MAFEX, and that's where the issue and price would be of a comic book. Love the display, and love the cityscape artwork, as you can see in the background there. Nice little touches. Let's spin it around to one side, and here we have a beautiful promotional pose. Gives you an idea what kind of poses this guy can get into. Extremely well articulated, as we can see here from the back with even more promotional poses. So we've got 1, 2, 3 poses there. All listed the accessories, front image, back image, and 3 head sculpts that it comes with. All looking awesome. Another promotional shot at the side here. Yeah, this is looking good, man. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy open. Alright, and here he is out of the box, and damn, this may be figure of the year. We don't know yet, still very early into the year, but I've got a feeling this will be up there on the list for sure anyway. So let's bring it forward and take a closer look, okay, at the deco. Now, not unlike MAFEX, there are a couple of QC issues with the paintwork, but nothing crazy like with the Kingsman figures. So I'm just going to run over quickly what they are here. First one I noticed was this horrendous silver spot right there. No idea how silver paint got there, but it looks like a chip maybe. Not honestly sure. So that was a little bit disappointing seeing that. And the other one, basically the whole figure's got a black wash on the red. The red portion has a black wash. That's why it's not as vibrant as the blue, which is a little bit disappointing, but I can live with it. There seems to be 2 tones of red as well. Obviously we've got a lighter version of the red here, and obviously with the black wash it's really set in, it's quite dark here, and the black wash aids in filling in all these sculpted web lines. Okay, it gives them, makes them more predominant. But one area they did miss is right here in the shoulder. Okay, you can see there's no black paint at all in the web lines there at all. But they are pretty well done all over the other place. And as you can see, there's got some sort of residual from the black wash, like scuffed up, dirty. And it kind of reminds me of the first Toy Biz Marvel Legends Spider-Man. You know, when it had that, just that really dirty, shadowy hue to the paint. Pretty much just a black wash all over it, onto the red especially, and I'll show you that now. But yeah, so the decor on this is actually really nice. It's all lined up. You know, the vibrancy of the blue is crazy. I really like the vibrancy of the blue. Not a lot of people do, but I do. In particular for me, makes the muscle muscle striations stand out. Gives them a bit more definition, and just makes it pop on camera more. Especially for me if I'm going to be taking pictures of it. So, but let's go over the head. So the deco on the head is really well done. There's no paint bleed at all with the eyes, looking really good. Okay, let's have a look at the back. Yeah, awesome, really well done on the spider at the back there. And with the feet too, a bit more dirtied up, which makes sense. So yeah, deco seems to be pretty sweet. Now, let's see how this guy moves, because he is super articulated. It's one of the cool things with the MAFEX figure, sorry, is that they can move really well. So let's start from the top, work our way down. So with the head, pretty standard with MAFEX. There's 2 joints, one in the head, one down into the neck, so you get double the movement. So the head can move that far back, and with the neck moving forward and the head moving forward simultaneously, you get that much. And of course you get a little movement on the neck there, and then full range. So yeah, give them a good old click. There you go, nice and relaxed. So that is the head movement. We have a butterfly joint, just bring the arms in that much, and also for the back can spread out pretty far too. Okay, there you go. Right, with the shoulder, and bring them up that far. So a drop down, it's a little drop down mechanism, little one, can come up that far. Okay, which is really, really good. We do have bicep swivel here. It does also turn on the shoulder joint to give you a full 360. Combine that with the bicep swivel, nice double jointed elbow, blended in with the joint there. Okay, and of course now we get to the infamous wrist pegs. Now there's been a few occasions, especially as this figure has just started to drop. Actually it's been dropping for the last couple of weeks. I'm actually a bit late to the party in getting it, but the few that have dropped here in the UK, as it's only just landed, and one case in particular, I believe in the States, they had some major issues with their wrist pegs, like almost straight out of the packaging when they went to change the hands and the thing just snapped. So please, 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 if you've got this figure, and with any figure, do heat the joints up first with either the hot and cold water technique, whereas you let the figure sit in some either really hot water or some boiling water for about a minute or so, even less than that. And it will just soften all the joints up, because you've got to imagine when they come fresh out the factory and they're going through transportation, these guys are going through up and down temperatures you don't know exactly, especially if they get coming here by plane or wherever they're being imported from. And basically fresh out the packaging, the joints are going to be stiff. So best thing to do is just to heat them up, so get them nice and soft and they'll be able to move. Otherwise, as soon as you get it out of the packaging, you go to move a joint, it's so damn stiff, bang, there you go, you got a broken joint. So just be careful. The other way of doing it is with a hairdryer. Just hit it with a hairdryer over it for about, I'd say, a minute. You're good after a minute. The joints will be nice and soft then, and you'll be able to move it. Okay, so just a little bit of advice there. But yeah, so far on mine, I have gone ahead with a hairdryer and softened these joints. So you just got to be careful with these wrist joints. So as you can see here, we have a swivel here, and there is a hinge. Okay, you just got to find the line. So you see the line there? That means it's going to move that way. So what I do, just to be safe and do it gently, you grab it right at the bottom of the hand, and then you can move it back like that. Okay, just wanted to give you a look at the peg. As you can see, it's just a straight bar so that the hands can slip right on and off. There is no mushroom tip, which would you know, able to have the wrist locking and give a little bit of resistance. Luckily these can just slide straight on and off, so you can help me to change the hands. Okay, and give you a better look at that hinge, which is there. You can see the line. So just remember guys, just to be very, very, very careful. Okay, so once again at the base of the hand, and you can move it. Okay, you can get your idle pose, you just got to take your time. Okay, the same goes with the other one. Let's have a look here. See, there's the hinge right there. Okay, so we're just going to, at the base of the wrist, there, boom, up and down. See, mine's pretty good. And once again, slides right off. Alright, now we've got that out of the way, let's have a look at the abs. Okay, so we got a ball joint in the center, and then one at the base here by the groin. So you can crunch down that far, can lean back with a little bit of gappage, not that much, and you can move like that. There you go. Okay, so it's got a good range of movement right there. Okay, now move on to the legs. Legs are standard MAFEX on a drop down, both sides, like that. And we can bring him up that far, which is quite not too bad. So bring him down. You can come quite far out. Do the pair. Now that is a good Van Damme. Okay, what are you doing? There you go. Not bad. Full on splits. So good range from side to side. Let's bring them up. Okay, you can bring them back slightly. Double joint on the knee, blended well in on both. Bring that leg up too. Very nice. And here, no shin swivel, but foot can come up that far and can bend backwards that much. And he does have a toe joint. And he has sweet ankle pivot. Okay, That's really good. Done well on both. Okay, so that is the full range of articulation. Okay, definitely get him into some super good Spider-Man poses. All the range there, especially in the legs. Alrighty-roo, let's have a look at what he's got in the clamshell. Full of goodies, look at that. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of hands, including the set that he's got on him, and 1 set of feet. We're going to go over those in a minute. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 web lines, 2 alternate heads, a loose mask, and a flight stand peg, and I'll go over what that's for in just a second. But let's have a look at these heads. Okay, what are you doing over there? Come here. Right, okay, so let's pop the head off and try one of these on. Let's try the other masked head. So from here we're going to go for the upper neck and get a look at the peg. There you go, it's got the peg with the elbow on it. Gives you extra lean back. So let's have a look at this head, if I can get it out. Alright, this is one with the angry eyes. And that all looks awesome. No problems with the paint on that whatsoever. Good shading with the black wash. Boom. So let's pop it on. Okay, and it should just clip on there, which it does. And now we've got Pissed Off Spider-Man. Okay, so if you're going to have him displayed with a bunch of enemies, you're going to have pissed off eyes. Nah! There you go. So that's Angry Spider-Man. And Surprise Spider-Man. Oh, I know, right? Okay, so there are those two. I'm going to leave them on the neck peg anyway. And here we have Mr. Peter Parker himself. Okay, and he has his own neck joint, obviously, to show where the mask will come down. So let's have a look at him. Deco on him looks really, really nice. A lot of people may not be completely happy with the style of face sculpt they've gone for Peter Parker, but I don't mind it, no problem at all. All the paint looks pretty decent. Couple of shades in the hair. No issues there whatsoever. He's got that smug, yeah, I'm banging Mary Jane look. Okay, so let's try this one. Now we're going to go from this point and pop the whole neck out and get a look at that joint there. So he's got 2 pegs, one in, one there. Okay, so pop him down, pop that on there. And that's how he looks. Okay, so regular head back on. Okay, there she goes. Get the neck lined up, which is that. Let's go over some of the hands. Okay, pop them down. So here we have thwipping hands, fists, focus, web crawling hands, 2 web slinging hands, obviously with the grips, and these here are quite special. So we got another set of wall crawling hands and another set of feet. And the reason why we get a load of those is if you've owned a MAFEX Spider-Man before, you know the deal. They have, let's focus in, magnets. So we've got 2 magnets on that one, 2 magnets on the other foot, and there's a magnet each on both the hands. Let's dig him out. Yeah, gotcha. Like that, you see. So if you've got any magnets yourself, like some really small earth core magnets and a dia wall like this one, and you can have him magnetized to the wall in a display, okay, with both feet and arms in either photo shoot or just display on your shelf. Yeah, so I've given you some alternate hands. Okay, so we're going to pop that back. I don't have any earth core magnets on me, otherwise I'll demonstrate it for you, but you get the idea. Okay, then we've got some web lines. Let's have a look at those. Actually, before that, let's have a look at this loose mask. So that looks pretty decent. Deco on the eyes, all good, no paint imperfections there. And let's see if we got a hand that can hold him. Any loose gripping hand, I believe they might just fit into the hands he's already got them. So these are the hands that come with them out of the box. So I'm assuming, let's try it. Something like that.
One eternity later.
Okay, I had to do that off camera, but it doesn't look like there's any actual dedicated hands to holding the unmasked loose mask. But with some improvisation, I was able to squeeze it into these relaxed hands. I guess these are the only hands that will really be able to do anything with it, which is disappointing. as this can easily just be knocked off. So that's a shame. They will fit in these hands though, just a little bit of finagling. Here's a look with the whipping hand on. This is the fists, looking good all round for bad guy punching or doing Jeremy Johns. These are the wall crawling hands splayed out on his fingertips. Okay, so let's go over the web lines because there's a bit going on here. So first of all, let's start with this big one. Okay, this long one here. Let's get the camera back. There we are. Okay, so this one's got the gripped onto the wall, splayed out portion of the web, and yeah, just one straight line, no real detail going on, good sculpt work. There you go, but no black wash or shading. And there's a port right here. Now I'm going to go over what this is for. If you've owned a MAFEX Spidey before, then you know exactly what I'm about to do. But for those of you who don't, it's where this little bit comes into play. Now this is a little bit of an extension for your MAFEX flight stand, and I have one open here. So where is the claw? Here we are. So what you want to do is, here's your MAFEX flight stand. So you want to pop the claw portion off, and this little nubbin right here, this slips on. Just going to do it about there, so at least I've got a chance to get it off because it's quite tight. And then here, this then ports in like that. And with your display or photography, that can help with holding Spider-Man in a pose. So you can have him swinging or web shooting from somewhere like that. Okay, so that's just what that can do. So let's pop him down, or just throw it. There you go, over there you come. This one here, get out of the way, you. Okay, so this one here, this is quite unique with the bend right here. Let's get into that. Okay, so I'm going to need one of the web line hands. So this web is so we can pull off poses like this. Okay, so it's got the arc, so he's yanking the web forward and yanking him along the streets. Okay, so we can get poses. Oh, Mr. Floppy. So you can get poses like that. Okay, there you go. So that's what this web line's for with the hook. So you can go for some dynamic posing in your displays, setups, toy photography, and all that jazz. So it's cool that we've got a dedicated piece to pull off shots like this. So that's that one. Get him back in the box too. And then here, as you can see, we have two different lengths of web line. One by looks of things for each arm. We have a long one and a short one. So let's go for a long one. I hope this is the right side. It's got a little hoop on the end. Again, if you've owned a MAFEX Spider-Man, you know exactly what it's about. So let's go for a whipping hand. Before we do that, this goes over the peg, sits there on top. So we go for the right side whipping hand, and then we put the hand over like so. Okay, get posing like that. And we've got two lengths of those. Okay, so that's the long length, and obviously we've got the short length. That's how those two handle. And now we move on to size comparisons, and here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Black Cap figure from the Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave, and we have him next to Claire Temple from the Luke Cage 2-pack. Now, I don't have a Mary Jane figure, but more normally Hasbro females are made with the same body and buck, so this is what he looks like stacked up next to a female civilian figure. And here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Carnage and Venom from the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave. And here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Kingpin Build-A-Figure and the Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Dr. Octopus and... Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Dr. Octopus and the MAFEX Spider-Man Homecoming figure. And here we have him next to the Mezco Deadpool figure and the SHF MCU Doctor Strange figure. And that will do it for this review, guys, and final thoughts are, get this guy if you can, however you can, because it is one of the best figures of the year so far. I guarantee it will be making people's top 10 lists, and I know he's selling out fast. I managed to pre-order this guy from Comics and Cocktails. They're a UK retailer, but be sure to definitely pick this guy up if you can. I know he will be on the secondary market and inflated price. Do not feed the scalpers. If you have to go onto the secondary market, definitely wait until you can get a good price on him, but it's worth picking up for sure. And that will wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. Please be sure to hit the hat trick of like, subscribe and notification bell to keep up to date with everything I've got going on. And I am also on the social medias at Project Piper Customs on Instagram and on Facebook. And remember, if you are on Facebook, please be sure to swing by and check out Toy Comics Inc., one of the fastest growing action figure communities on the Book of Faces, with great community fun to chop it up with your fellow collectors, amazing toy art and weekly competitions. And also be sure to stick around for at the end of the outro to get a behind the scenes clip of the very piece of toy photography that you are looking at right now. Just a little bonus I threw in there at the end of my outro. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. You're amazing, and nearly at 100 subscribers, which is fantastic. God bless you all. Until next time, guys,